So we got two major fights happening right now. Two of them things. One, Basby versus Hitsugaya and Rangiku. Two, BG9 Soy Fong. So let's talk about Soy Fong versus BG9 real quick, aka the Terminator. That sucker said, I'll be back. Because unfortunately, Soy Fong, even though she leveled up her Shunpon, it was actually ineffective. She didn't read the back of BG9's card that stated that he's actually unaffected by all damage. So therefore, take this L. But let's talk about Soy Fong real quick, because honestly, out of all the captains in Gotei 13, she should be one captain that can face off against these guys without a Bankai. Don't get me wrong. These suckers are strong as heck. But Soy Fong is part of the stealth division. She should be stealthing around, poking suckers 2 times in a row and killing them, right? Why is she using her goddamn Shikai? Like, she barely even used her Bankai before. Like, what's going on here? But I digress. So she's taking an L, but Hitsugaya, on the other hand, he looked like he was trying to get some moves together. He was fighting against Basby. It was kind of working out initially with Rangiku's help. And it's really nice to see Rangiku and Hitsugaya actually work together like this. Putting both their Shikais together to make this like thin type of like wall that is able to actually block Basby's fire. Unfortunately, Basby had to give him the burning finger. He swiped right and took out that goddamn wall. Trump will be big sad on that one. So unfortunately, though things were looking good for Hitsugaya, he's still taking that L. Outside of that, we also have encounters with Askin, Naklevar, I think that's how you say his name, right? And Mayuri. So Mayuri, being the big brain sucker that he is, noticed these suckers are in the shadows. So he said, therefore, there's gonna be no more shadows. That's why this dude is the sun. And Askin looking like that guy like, dang, man, I'm sizing him up. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fight this guy, and it's gonna take a while. I'm not doing this, nah. So he's bouncing. Other encounter that we do have in this episode as well is Shunsui, our head captain, and Hoshwald. Hoshwald's there, gives this guy the ultimatum like, hey bro, we ain't here to talk. We here to end this fight fast and immediately. But then a wall gets brought up, and Cousin Al's right there, you know, he couldn't really do anything. So, you know, now they gotta talk, all right? Now we talk. But Hoshwald does bring up a pretty good point when it comes to what the Gotei 13 should have been doing. Now had this ability to be able to make this wall where the third raiders are not able to get through. Quincy's can't get through. Oswald's sitting there like, bro, you could have just showed this to everybody else and you all would have a better fighting chance. And honestly, let's actually take a step back, because, you know, Oswald, he's talking truth right here. It's like, why aren't we utilizing more keto spells? I'm just scratching my head. There's so many different things outside of Bankai, honestly, that these freaking captains, the lieutenants, everybody that could be doing something, right? Don't get me wrong, like Hitsugaya did train and they actually worked together with Rangiku and yada, yada, yada. Like they had some techniques going on there. Same thing with Soy Fong. She was able to master her Shunpon, but it's still not enough, right? So I'm just saying, like, utilize everything that you do have and see what you can do with yourself. That's why they out here taking L's for no goddamn reason. But I'm enjoying these fights. These fights are pretty nice. Only thing I can say is, again, like, it is going kind of quick. I'm not going to lie. Because I do have a bit of concern. We actually see Ukitake in this episode here, right? But it's only like a quick little, like, couple of seconds. So as a person that does read the manga, I'm just hoping that we get time with Ukitake. I'm not going to say exactly what goes on with him, but he's actually pretty important. So I'm hoping we get some more time with him. A big major fight happens with them, all the 9, right? Last little thing is that we have Ichio here, and he's still undergoing training, and he's seeing all this goddamn pressure, and he's trying to figure out how he can actually pull through so he can go to the next level. So overall, I give this episode a good, clean 8 out of 10. It's a pretty solid episode, all things considered. The action is ramping up. The animation is looking crisp. So clean. And I still think this is a pretty fine adaptation, all things considered, when it comes to the 1,000-Year Blood War from manga to anime. They're doing their thing. I do wonder how different this is in comparisons to the manga, though, because this one kind of felt more or less in line with the manga for the most part. So with that said, leave a comment below and tell me what you think about Bleach. Like, dislike, do what you gotta do. I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, people.
The anticipation is going to lube you up, but what happens is going to finish you off, lol.